أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا وقعت الواقعة ليس لوقعتها كاذبة خافضة رافعة إذا رجت الأرض رجا وبست الجبال بسا فكانت هباء منبثا وكنتم أزواجا ثلاثة فأصحاب الميمنة ما أصحاب الميمنة صدق الله العلي العظيم. 12th class, lecture number 6. And when you are studying respiratory system, you are studying to cure the diseases. That is the main objective. Don't take this topic easy, because each system, when doctors study, when students study, the objective is that when human become ill, how to cure, like coronavirus infections, how they are being cured. The scientists are thinking to develop the vaccination. So this field is an application field. So whenever you are studying structure, function, anatomy, morphology, you are going to apply this in professional life, and that is the application. That how you will get the you will give the benefit to the human bodies in the biotechnology. So you are going to understand some diseases. Unfortunately, very less number of diseases they are mentioned due to lengthy syllabus, but I will try to tell you some extra diseases, but I will not elongate this because that will be out of syllabus, and later on after finishing the book I will tell you more. Okay, one thing I am now, first of all, I am going to add that you are watching a word, the new word for you. I will be slow in that word. That word is a tubercle. Tubercle, Tubercle, tubercle. When you were studying in the first year, and you in the last chapter you studied, that is a protective system in the human body. The first level of defense, the second level of defense, the third level of defense you studied. Cytokines, how they protect you, how lymphocytes protect you, how terrorists in your body is being identified, how the terrorists, mean bacteria and viruses, will be killed by your immunity system. Similarly, this tubercle is also a mechanism by respiratory system to handle the infection which is caused by a bacteria, the name the Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Mycobacterium tuberculosis, generic name, species name according to binomial nomenclature. Do you know the binomial nomenclature? Did you forget? The scientist name who discovered the binomial nomenclature, Carolus Linnaeus, you remember all. Tubercle, the word I am here, I am focusing the word, the tubercle. If you see the word tubercle, Tubercle, tubercle. When this bacteria causes the TB, TB is a disease, TB is a disease, one disease I named TB, the microorganism who causes the TB, Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So response of respiratory system to protect against this type of bacteria is to capture the bacillus. Now what is the bacillus? A type of bacteria. Bacteria are divided into many groups on the basis of the shapes you will study. I think you studied in first year, yes? Spirilla shape, spiral shape, round shape, spherical shape, bacilli, and cocci, bacillus, rectangular shape. So bacilli, Bacilli, a type of bacteria who cause TB. The name of this bacteria is the Mycobacterium tuberculosis. And what the protective system your lungs do to protect this disease, to protect you from TB, first of all, sir, if you are telling that our system respond like immunity system to fight against Mycobacterium, so why we are victims of TB? When our system fail, our system will try its best to fight, just like immunity system. If I am little healthy, to never mean if I am healthy, never mean I am there is no immunity system is fighting against the microbe. It is fighting. When immunity system will become feeble, I become ill. So that is the system. The tubercle is a defense system by lungs to protect against the Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So how it will, what is the mechanism, how it will protect? It will capture, and it will capture and surround the bacillus, just like this is a bacillus, and now it will surround. You are watching this line. This line is the tubercle, and inside is bacillus. This is a bacillus. So bacillus is being surrounded by the tubercle, so that bacillus should be captured and bacillus should not harm your tissues. But unfortunately, this is not a true mechanism, and this is not a mechanism, as I already told you. A lot of the people become victims of the TB, and the reason is that because tubercle broke down, and this bacillus, reply very quickly by binary fission. The bacteria divides by binary fission in just 20 minutes. One bacterium can divide into 2 bacteria, and it will divide, and it will continue divisions, and it will continue attacking the lungs. As I told you in all discussions in the back years, that infection is the disease caused by bacteria only, not by the virus, not by even fungus. So don't say infection when the coronavirus is infecting you. That is not the infection. That is not the infection. So antibiotic is used to cure the bacterial disease, not antibiotic can be used to cure coronavirus disease or any other viral hepatitis disease. So this is a good thing, is that bacteria study is easier than the virus, and good thing is that currently bacterial diseases are being handled by pharmacists very easily, and similarly the TB result, the curing method is available. Dots, the word I am speaking, dots, I will abbreviate after some time. The dots is a 9-month treatment of the medicines to protect you against mycobacterium when anybody is victim of TB, and that is easily curable, and that is not a vulnerable or the virulent disease or dangerous disease. So now another slide I wanted to show you, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, the word I have used after some time. I need to know what is the species, what is the genus once again, because each point, each concept I have to revise again and again. I do in classroom as well, so that you don't forget. This is a species. And now genus I have to highlight. Okay, hold on. So genus I am highlighting now. This is a genus. So what is the difference between writing of the genus and the species you are watching? The first alphabet of the bacteria is capital M. Yes, that is in capital letter. So genus is in the capital letter, and the species is in the small letter. You can see the species is in the small letter, and the first alphabet of the mycobacterium is the capital letter, and the first letter of the tuberculosis is in the small letter. Clarifying the Carolus Linnaeus points to explain the binomial nomenclature, that the genus name will be written first and the species will be written later, and the species will be in small letter, first letter, and the genus first letter will be in the capital letter. Okay, leave this now because that is simple for you, because you are in the second year. Okay, the alveoli cells. I was telling you that they are not explaining diseases. So they are just telling you the TB, they are just telling you sinusitis. They are not telling you, they are just telling the diseases caused by the smoking. These are not the only diseases which are important in the respiratory. Even coronavirus is causing a respiratory disease. So there are many diseases. So 2 diseases I have written in the slide: histoplasmosis, emphysema. Just correct the spelling, EMPHY. This is O, this is P, okay? You will correct EMPHY. EMPHY. This is not in this book. In this chapter of respiratory system, I am telling you this disease name. Why I wrote these 2 diseases, histoplasmosis. Their action, mean how they occur, their mechanism is same, their etiology is same. Etiology, AETOLOG, how the diseases are caused. So their action, the mode of action is same, how they affect the lungs, same. What is the lungs? They will decrease the surface area of alveoli cell. How they will decrease? They will decrease the surface area of alveoli cells. How they will decrease? They will break the small alveoli cells into large alveoli cells. Small football, small balls into large, small cricket ball into large football. Surface area will decrease. So surface area will increase. So cricket ball has small surface area and football is large. It has large surface area. Students, you are right, but I am talking collectively. I am talking if all alveoli cells collectively changes into large balls, the number of the large balls will be less. And the number of the large balls, if you will calculate the surface area of all large balls, that will be less. Then you will calculate the surface area of all small cells in the lungs. Reason is that in the smaller things are more in a surface area and larger cells are less in the surface area, and surface area will decrease. You are difficult to breathe. You are unable to respire. Inspiration will be difficult. So these 2 diseases, almost mode of action is same, almost treatment is the same, but but causing organisms are different, because emphysema is caused due to smoking, due to some other reason, and this histoplasmosis is caused by the fungus. So this was the one slide which I wanted to show. Now the students important the terminologies which I was explaining. Now go back to the topic which I want to okay ji, now we go back to sinusitis, 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 written here. Lung cancer, first of all the lung cancer, malignant tumor, you are watching the word, the malignant tumor, malignant disorder of the lungs. First of all, sinusitis, I have already used the word, but I will explain later on. First of all, I will see from your textbook, which is important, malignant, a tumor which can move from the one place to another. Malignant. Are you watching the metastatic word? Metastatic mean it can move from the one place to another. For example, this tumor outgrowth was present in trachea, and it is shifted from the tracheas to bronchus, it is shifted from bronchus to bronchioles, it is shifted from bronchioles to alveolar duct, it is shifted from alveolar duct to alveoli cells. It is a metastasis, it is showing it is spreading from the one place to another. So that is a malignant tumor. That is the malignant tumor. If the tumor which is unable to spread, it is not going to move from the one place to another. If it is a tumor which is not going to move from the one place to another, and it is static, it is not much dangerous. It is a benign tumor, benign, benign tumor. So if anybody has the benign tumor, no problem, because benign tumor is not metastatic. It is not spreading throughout the body. It is not moving from the one place to another. So that is not dangerous. But malignant tumor is a dangerous, because malignant tumor is moving from the one place to another. If you go back, that lung cancer basically depending upon the smoking. Students, I will not explain much in detail about smoking here, but I will in one lecture when you will come physically in the classroom. That is out of the syllabus, but I will tell you that when you will listen that lecture, I think there is no question that you will not smoke. There is no question. You will leave. You will even not go closer to smoking. You will stop others. Because when you will see the harmful effect of the smoking, and you will think, yeah, sir, this is a straightforward suicide. 5,000 chemicals, 4,000 to 5,000 chemicals present in smoke. If you are thinking that you are not smoking, and you are standing closer to smoker, so you are passive smoker, still you are smoker. So active smoker, passive smoker. Active who is smoking, so just standing close to active smoker, that is the passive smoker. So you are smoker indirectly when you are standing, you are talking closer to the active smoker who is smoking. So smoke is going. It never means you are smoking or not. The smoke is going into your body. 5,000 chemicals are entering into your body in inspiration into your lungs, and that is causing the cancer. Mean they are carcinogenic. Carcinogenic mean they are cancer producing cells. Cancer causing substance. Cancer causing substance. Written? Yes. Cancer causing substance. Cancer causing. You can see the slide. CARCINOGEN. Cancer causing. I am giving you two chemicals which are straightforward cancer causing. Nicotine, tar. Sir, what is the cancer? Uncontrolled cell division. You studied mitosis. Mitosis will occur. The cell will start dividing. Many cells will be formed. The cells will increase in the numbers. When cell will increase in the numbers, small tumor will be formed in the trachea. And sir, what is the loss of the formation of the tumor? When the tumor will be formed, the air will not be able to enter. I told you in the past that there is no storage house in your body. Sir, there is a myoglobin. Yes, myoglobin is there, but that for minimum quantity. That is for emergency. That is to keep you alive for just 5 minutes. Not permanent solution. And also in the muscles, because muscles contract and relax, and that is in any emergency case. You are exercising and oxygen is not going into your body due to inhalation. For some time the myoglobin will work. It is not the solution. It is not the solution to store the oxygen. The food can be stored in the form of the glycogen in the liver. Oxygen cannot be stored. So you cannot say that oxygen can be stored. So cancer causing substance, the carcinogenic. So tumors. This tumor which is found in the trachea, if that is not moving, that is a benign tumor. Now nicotine tar, now you are understanding nicotine tar, how much dangerous that is. Another point I will tell you, due to the smoking, the hemoglobin become abnormal. Hemoglobin become abnormal. Now you will be thinking, sir, hemoglobin is becoming abnormal. That is a serious matter, because oxygen will not be transported into your body. There is no question of the lungs. Even the lungs are properly working. If hemoglobin is not getting oxygen, it is not forming oxyhemoglobin. It is not being transported by your blood. It is not working in the formation of the carbonic anhydrase enzyme. It is not going to your tissue. Oxygen is not being supplied to glucose. Glucose is not reacting with oxygen. The respiration reaction is not taking place in the mitochondria. ATP energy will not be produced. Electron transport chain will not be produced. Krebs cycle will not be produced. And what will happen then? Glycolysis will not take place in mitochondria. What will happen? No energy will be produced. No energy, no life. Simple. What is difference between that thing and the living thing? ATP. ATP present, I am speaking. I am breaking my ATP molecule. I am speaking. If ATP is not present, I am unable to speak. So main carcinogens, they will cause the cancer, and smoking will cause the abnormality in the hemoglobin as well. But blood pressure and heart patients are being also side effects that I will also explain anyhow, because I promised you to deliver on this thing. Now go back to sinusitis. I was talking sinusitis after just 2 minutes before. Upper respiratory, you will go to the doctor will say, doctor will technically, medically will say, that is upper respiratory tract infection. Upper mean, look at my finger, this is upper respiratory tract infection, mean that is nose infection, that is sinuses infection. Now problem, sir, what is sinus? Opening between the facial bones. These are the bones, these are the bones. These bones are not attached, facial bones, you will study skeletal system. The facial bones are not attached with each other. There are some gaps between the bones. These are the gaps. These gaps are called the sinuses. And infection, when infection is there, which is caused by the bacteria, whenever the infection is there, and itis you will add, itis you will add, itis you will add, it means that is infection of the sinus. What is the side effect? What is the symptom? Which you will feel fever, facial pain, definitely. And mucus will come, sneezing will come, coughing may come. This is a bacterial infection. That is also a bacterial infection, like the Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So it consists of, cigarette consists of many chemicals. It causes many disease, causes pneumonia. Pneumonia is also of two types, the single pneumonia, the double pneumonia. What is pneumonia? Infection of the bacteria in the lungs, and the lungs are unable to exchange the gas, and mucus will be thick, and mucus thick, the no gas flow, and that is a severe cases of asthma in some cases also. And students, about the Mycobacterium tuberculosis, this is the word which I wanted to share with you. So pulmonary problems occur due to sinusitis, due to smoking. This is the word I want to share. If you will see, pneumonectomy. What is the pneumonectomy? Pneumonectomy. When the lobe of the lung, right lobe, how many lobes in the right lung? 3. Why? Because heart is not present. Left 2 lobes. So when any lobe is preyed of cancer, and carcinogenic cells are there, and because lungs is a very fragile due to alveoli cell, and doctor think that this lung is not able to work properly, so he may think to remove one lobe to keep alive that human body. This operation is called pneumonectomy. Pneumonectomy. If you are not visible, maybe you are not watching this slide, look at my red identification, red color identification. Pneumonectomy operation, the removal of one lobe of the lung. So this is also done due to the carcinogenic cells, the cancer producing cells, and also the Mycobacterium tuberculosis you have explained. And Mycobacterium tuberculosis we have explained, in which they will cause the infection. And the Mycobacterium tuberculosis is a main topic today. Reason is that because 2-3 experiments you will study in the Mycobacterium tuberculosis in this book, because this bacteria study gave us a researching point to develop many diseases, the Mycobacterium tuberculosis. And also about this disease, there is a treatment of the 9 months. You have to give the medicines to the patients for the 9 months, and that is dots. The dots I will spell first of all DOTS, dots. So dots will be given, and these dots will be given to the patients of the respiratory distress in which infection is there. And this is also a important in case of, now I am giving you the abbreviation of the observed treatment short course, dots. That was the thing I wanted to show you. Observed treatment short course, you will see in your book as well, observed treatment short course. Technically it is not the short course because it is a 9 month you have to take the medicine, but that is given proof. That is no research required like coronaviruses, many medicines, because yesterday in the media they were telling dexamethasone is a medicine which can cure the corona patient. That is just like a research based investigations. The currently still until we will not apply to the patients, you can't say that that is a 100% applicable, because they are just, when you are not getting any right medicine, so you will just hallucinate everything. But in the British media is telling that is an effective medicine against the coronavirus, dexamethasone, which is not being used in Pakistan yet, and therefore yesterday the all pharmacy holders and the distributors of dexamethasones are told to capture to dexamethasone and not give to the patient, because people will start using, this is dangerous, dexamethasone, that is a steroid. If you remember, I told you in previous classes, or not, steroid will decrease the white blood cells. If a corona patient is there, you can give, okay, that's no problem, because that is a issue. But technically, when there is no corona patient, you are decreasing the number of the white blood cells. So you never mean that you will just see the media, and if the media is telling that is a curable, and you become doctor and you start eating the dexamethasone, so you should take the advice from the doctor. Tubercle, the point, the protective mechanism, the bacillus surrounding capsule in the lungs, bacilli, plural, bacillus is the singular. Tuberculosis is curable, because that is a research. Why coronavirus disease is not curable? Because time duration is required to research a disease. Why time duration is much required? Because people are dying. We should decrease the time duration. No, we can't. You have to apply to many people, and you have to wait for the months. Otherwise, if just like the point I am telling you, if we will apply the dexamethasone to all people, so might be some people die due to this medicine in spite of coronavirus. Thank you very much.